Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mind of a Nerd channel. My name is Tyler, aka Mind of a Nerd, and I am so glad to be back on my channel. It's been wild. Life has been lifing, man. Um, I figured I would do this stream. Like, if you guys read the description, then you kind of know why I'm doing this stream. But this stream is kind of a life update slash the actual purpose of what it's for. But for those who don't know, I graduated college. I finally finished with school. I'm done. Finito. I can sleep and rest and never have to look at a school assignment ever again in my life. It feels amazing. Um, and I made it. I made it very adamant that because of school, I was not really using this channel like that, and that's true. But since I have way more free time on my hands, despite me working so much, I figured, yeah, let me try and ease my way back into my channel. Um, for those watching, let me know if I sound good. This headset is very annoying. If I move in the slightest, like the cord, it fucking fucks up the sound. Um, but yeah, so if you guys didn't read the description, this is basically the first in many Blu-ray collection videos that I want to do. Um, AJ knows this. He's in the chat. What's going on? Um, my guy is back. Yes, he's back. What's going on, Luke? What is going on, Jared Runner? Luke says sound is good. Thank you. So I've talked AJ's ear off about this numerous times, but like I haven't done a Blu-ray collection anything since 2023, and because of that, like I wanted to do it in 2024, but I was just like, fuck, man. Like 2023, I remember doing it. I was just like, I wanted to pass out when I finished it because I did it live. I don't really do it, I don't like to do a recording. I like to do it live. I like the interaction with you guys. That's why I do everything live. Um, and my collection has like tripled since 2023. Um, and because of that, it's harder to do everything in one shot. So I was kind of trying to figure out how to do it. And what I came up with was, yeah, let me just do my collection the way I have it separated in my house. So my idea is to do a video, this first video, which is just my superhero stuff, then my horror movies, um, my regular Blu-rays and 4Ks, Steelbooks, and then I'm contemplating if I want to do a separate one just for Star Wars. And I don't have that many Star Wars ones, but the reason I wanted to kind of separately is because, like, especially with this video, I want to kind of go in depth with a lot of these movies and explain why I like them, why I don't like them, even though if you guys have been following me, you've heard me talk about several of these things. But it's just like I don't want to make it a Blu-ray collection video where I just, oh, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. I want to kind of put emphasis on certain things, whether I like them or not. Like I kind of want to take my time with it. So I don't know when I'm going to do another one of these, but I'm going to try and have them all done in a timely manner. I am working a lot, and normally when I work in the morning, I don't want to come home and do a stream unless it's Wednesday. I just want to come home and pass out. So we'll see. We'll see where time goes. But I'm not trying to keep this as long as possible. I'm just we're gonna go through it and we're gonna get started. So the way I have this set up is I have it set up the MCU. I have the MCU first, the DCEU, the DCAU, which is the DC animated universe, the Flashpoint, the Spider-Man movies that are not MCU, my X-Men movies, the Sony Marvel movies, Morbius and all that shit, which I should have just put with Spider-Man, but I didn't put it that way, and I'm not switching it now. The Deadpool movies, the Batman franchises, so like the original Burton, and then Schumacher movies, and then the Dark Knight trilogy, and then everything else that's just thing. And the other thing I want to say before we get started, I'm not trying to hear, oh, that's not really a comic book movie. If it's based off a comic book in some capacity, it is in this collection. That does not include only Marvel and DC. You will see that, but that I have movies in here that, like, they're not Marvel or DC movies, but they are comic book movies in one form or another. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I did not intend to do this, but the two stacks that I have here, they're they're separated by the sagas, the Infinity Saga and the Multiverse Saga that we're in now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with Iron Man, the original Iron Man. Shout out to AJ, he gave me this 4K steelbook. Iron Man, I really like this movie. I do. It feels so fresh going back to this movie every now and then, and I love watching It's not perfect. I think while Jeff Bridges is good, Obadiah Stane is not a great villain. The Ironmonger. Why is that a villain name? That's such a goofy ass name. But yeah, I really like this movie. It's a lot of fun. We have the lenticular for the Incredible Hulk. This I do have this. This is the 4K. I put it in here. I love this edition of it. It's crazy how rare it is. And I do have it with the green case. I really like this one. This is a fun one. It feels like a redheaded stepchild of the MCU because obviously Mark Ruffalo is now the Hulk, but to me they should have just kept like the blueprint of this movie, but just changed the actor. Like this movie has such a like a macho ness to it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I like it. It's a lot of fun, and I actually think that like I really like Thunderbolt Ross, but I like Tim Roth a lot as Abomination. Like even before he becomes the Abomination, I love him as his like military character. I think he's really good in that movie. Got Iron Man 2. I actually really like Iron Man 2. Is it messy? Sure, but I have a lot of nostalgia for this one. I saw it in the theater with my dad. I actually saw most of these movies in the theaters. The only two MCU movies I did not see in the theater were Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That's it. I've seen every other one in the theater. Um, but I really like Iron Man 2. It's a lot of fun. Sue me. I've never been one that's like, oh, this is horrible. No, I really like Iron Man 2. Next, we have Thor, directed by Kenneth Branagh. I really like this one. This one's a lot of fun. It's the Shakespeare in the MCU. I do think that looking at something like Love and Thunder, this should be like what Thor should be, but I feel like not a lot of people connected with this one, and so that's kind of why they decided to change it. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool one. Captain America: The First Avenger. Oh man, this is a fucking banger. I love this movie. I love how it like they really lean into that wartime aesthetic, and I think it's great. I think it's a lot of fun. Red Skull is not that great of a villain, but can't win them all. And if I said that so and so is not such a great villain, I would go crazy because I can say that for like more than half these movies. But I really like this movie. This one's great. I think it's actually kind of underrated to me. We got the Avengers. Oh man, the Avengers. The one that never should have worked, huh? This one, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I just watched it. I think 2 weeks ago with John. I really like this movie. It's great. It's always the question of, oh, if this had failed, where would we be? And that's a good question, but I think it works. It's very campy and very goofy, but it's awesome, man. It's that shot of them in the circle. Nothing beats that. You have Iron Man 3. I love this movie, has grown on me so much since I saw it. I love this movie. It is such a cool movie. I love how it kind of it strips Iron Man, Tony Stark down to bare bones, and I kind of like that. I like how he's not Iron Man for most of it, but then when you get to him being Iron Man, it's some of the best shit ever, bro. That plane scene where he has to rescue everybody, that's like a top 15 MCU action sequence for me. Yeah, and then even before the great third act. But I love that sequence. It's so awesome. Um, the whole Mandarin thing. Listen, I don't give a fuck about comics or nothing. So the whole Mandarin thing doesn't bother me. I think it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, Iron Man 3. It's grown on me a lot. It's one of my favorites. You have Thor: The Dark World. This used to be the standard for how bad MCU movies were. How the might have fallen. Um, this movie's fine. I don't hate myself watching it. It is admittedly boring. Um, but I love the way it's shot. And there still is a seriousness to it that I like. Even though they kind of crank up the comedy with Loki in here. And Malekith is just a horrendous villain, but ironically, he's not the worst MCU villain. He's down there, but I don't think he's the worst villain. We'll talk about her much later. But this movie's fine. It's never necessarily bothered me, but it is kind of boring. Oh man, we go from one of the worst to the one of the absolute best, baby. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I just watched this like 2 weeks ago too. I absolutely love this movie. It is just it's comic book perfection at its finest. Comic book movie perfection. I absolutely love this movie, bro. I do. This was one of the first comic book movies that I watched, and it kind of opened my mind to how good comic book movies could be. I was like, wow, wow. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I wish they were all called, volumes. I don't know if James Gunn had intended on making more, but it would have been cool if this was called Volume 1, so that way it could go Volume 1, 2, 3. But, yeah, man. Guardians of the Galaxy. Absolutely love it. It is a absolute banger. Funny story, when I saw this movie for the first time when it came out, I actually did not like it. It actually had to grow on me quite a bit. But now I love it. It's one of my favorites. Speaking of one that grew on me, we got Avengers: Age of Ultron. Shout out to Alex Thomas. He gave me this steelbook. This is the Blu-ray steelbook, and then this is the 4K steelbook. Um, I love this movie. I will hear your complaints, but I love this movie. This movie is fucking awesome. I love all four Avengers movies. This shit is awesome. Even at their worst, the Avengers movies are still fucking bangers. We have Ant-Man. This is the only movie that I do not have on 4K, which it is pissing me off that I can't find it for a semi-reasonable price. But yeah, Ant-Man, it's a lot of fun. This is easily the best of the Ant-Man movies because it's written by Edgar Wright, who was supposed to direct this movie, and then they wanted to treat him like shit, which is a shame because I think if this movie was directed by Edgar Wright, it would be probably top 5 MCU. Got Captain America: Civil War. Absolutely love this movie. If you guys see Blu-ray slipcovers and I don't say like it's a well, I just said Ant-Man is the only Blu-ray I have. I more than likely have a Blu-ray steelbook, but there is a 4K in it because I'm I'm not gonna complicate my collection that way. So this is the Blu-ray steelbook for Civil War, but I do have my 4K inside of it. I love Civil War. I love it. It's awesome. It's great stuff. That while I don't think it's like that much better in a good way, I do think that movie is a better Avengers movie than Age of Ultron. But you know, got Doctor Strange. this movie's never really done it for me, if I'm gonna be honest. I love Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and the visuals are really cool, but this movie is so MCU formulaic that it just it's not really interesting when I watch it. It's kind of just okay. It's an MCU movie. And this has potential to be the worst villain. Fucking what was it? Caecilius? What and it's a shame because I love Mads Mikkelsen, but that is a horrible villain. Man does nothing. He's not even the final big bad in that movie. It's fucking Dormammu. Oh. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Oh man, talk about a movie that has grown on me. I did not like this movie when I first saw it, but and maybe it's because of another movie we'll talk about in a second, but I really like this movie. I think I would go out on a limb and say this is the funniest movie in the MCU. This movie at points has me in fucking tears when I watch it. I wish the script was a little better, and I do wish the Guardians were together. That's why I love the first movie so much, and that's why I don't like. I have issues with this movie, and especially 3. But yeah, I really like this one. It's a lot of fun. Spider-Man: Homecoming. I hate the Steelbook. I genuinely hate the Steelbook. I wish I had the other 4K Steelbook with him and Iron Man on it, but it is what it is. I think I got this cheap. I love Homecoming. I love the Tom Holland trilogy. I think this is a lot of fun. Got Thor Ragnarok. Like I said, that I kept the slip because I don't want my MCU movies naked on the shelf, so I kept it with a slip. But Thor Ragnarok, love it, absolute banger. Black Panther. I really like this one. Is it like the Lion King but in the MCU? Yeah, but it's good. What's not good is the horrendous CGI at the end, but it is what it is. There's some really good stuff in there. Oh baby, Avengers: Infinity War, my favorite MCU movie, my favorite Marvel movie of all time. This movie, man, when I go back and rewatch it, I'm kind of just in awe that it exists and it's as good as it is, because you look at, a lot of people say, oh, the first Avengers should have failed. If any movie had potential to fail, it was this one, because it's taking so many characters at once and throwing them all in a movie and expecting us to care. But the thing is, we do, because we've been with them since, some of them since 2008, and some of them, they just did such a good job of getting us invested that when they show up again, we're like, hey. And you also have that special interaction with all the characters, like Thor interacting with the Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, oh, fuck me. Like Iron Man interacting with Doctor Strange, like that shit is like Spider Man interacting with Doctor Strange, like that shit is. And then when the Guardians come together and then they meet up with Iron Man, like all of that stuff, it makes the movie what it is, and it makes it so special. And then of course Thanos, I absolutely love this one. I just watched it not too long ago. I absolutely loved it. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't like this movie. I don't. To me, it tries to be like the first movie in terms of its tone, which I appreciate. And I do like the Wasp, and I think the action is fun in this movie. But and I like Ghost. Ghost is a great villain. But to me, this movie is just there. It's very boring. And I don't know if anyone's noticed this. This movie to me has like the worst, one of, if not the worst, superhero soundtracks I've ever heard for a movie in my life. It's the scene where Scott has to go to his kid's school to get the suit under the trophy. When he's running out of the school, that shit sounds like fucking Sega Genesis. It sounds atrocious, bro. And it bothers me. This movie, it's whatever to me. It was a placeholder. Speaking of placeholders, Captain Marvel. Um, Listen, I'm not one of those, Captain Marvel haters. I like Brie Larson a lot in the role. I love Samuel L. Jackson in this movie. Goose the cat is cute. And I think when she, powers up after defeating my god, one of the villains in that, lab thing or whatever. When that happens and the third act goes down, it's cool, and it's shot very well too. But this movie's a mess. Like the script is just all over the place. The villains are awful. You know, it's a very whatever movie to me. And I'm convinced it only made $1 billion because it came out before Endgame. Speaking of which, we have Avengers Endgame. I really, really like this movie. I don't love it. I love parts of it, but to me, this movie has actually gone down. Now, I think the first act and the third act are like fucking flawless. But to me, the time heist part, it was one of those things to where you had to be in the theater to really appreciate it. So when you go back and watch it, I don't think this movie has the same effect as like Deadpool, Wolverine, and No Way Home. To where when you watch it at home without people screaming in your ear, it's not really that good. But when the middle portion of this movie really drags for me. Um, it's mainly the like when it first starts, I really like it. Like everything in New York, I really like. But then as it goes on, it kind of drags. And then the part with the Soul Stone, I actively, when I'm watching it by myself, I skip it entirely because to me, even watching in the theater, I was like, okay, I know one of them is gonna die. Can we just? It feels like it drags its feet, and it's the final part before the third act, and it's kind of just me selfishly being like, okay, I just want to get to the third act, all the good shit. Um, but it was one of the best theater experiences I ever had. And it's a great ending to the Infinity Saga. It's a lot of people say, hey, they should have stopped after Endgame. Yes and no. I think if they had just wrote their movies properly, it would have paid off, but they have not. Um, this is the last movie in the Infinity Saga, I think. Spider-Man: Far From Home. This movie, most people's least favorite Spider-Man movie. That's not TASM 2. Oh my god, it's a horrible movie. I absolutely love this fucking movie. I love this movie. Unapologetically, I love this movie. Are there writing issues? Sure. I don't care. I love it. From start to end, this is one of the most fun fucking MCU movies and one of the best Spider-Man movies. I absolutely love it. When it gets into the meat and potatoes of the Mysterio stuff, it is some of the best Spider-Man anything you will ever see. I absolutely love this movie. I think I saw it 3 times in the theater, which I wasn't planning to, but I did anyway because I was just like, yeah, I fucking love it. Like I do. I can't tell you the last time. Oh, well, actually, I saw Fantastic Four 3 times in the theater, so there you go. But I love this movie. It's awesome. All right, I think we are in the multiverse saga now. So let's see what's going on in chat. Luke says the first Thor gets too much hate. Yeah, loves the first Avenger. What's going on, Aiden? I love Age of Ultron. Infinity War is incredible. Far From Home rules. Yes, it does. All right, multiverse saga. So obviously, all the shows are not on Steelbook, so I don't have every show, but I will show the ones that I do have. Starting with WandaVision, my favorite MCU show. I don't know, it flip flops between this one and another one that I'll talk about in a second. But I love WandaVision. I think it is so fucking good. The week to week aspect worked best in this show, and it's not even a question. I think to me with these shows they've really struggled with the week to week element of it, and I think this show really kind of shows how, and maybe, a lot of people say, oh, it was because of COVID that we were so invested. No, 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 no. This show did a great job at, when the episode ended, you were like, fuck, man, I want to watch the next one. Like, I want to see where's it going to go? And a lot of these shows just don't do that. A lot of these shows, when the episodes end, they're kind of just like, okay, I got to wait a week now to follow up on this. But, I absolutely love this movie. Is Agatha a weak villain? Sure, but it's better than Agatha all along. Next, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Very underrated show to me. I really like this show a lot. I think it's got very underrated and underappreciated action sequences in the MCU. I love the way it's shot, and I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It makes for a nice little segue into Captain America: Brave New World. Um, I do think the villains are weak. It's weird to call Zemo a villain, so I'm not going to, but I like him a lot. But U.S. Agent is a great villain. The Flag Smashers are fucking horrible. That is horrible. And the finale, admittedly, is rushed. And I do think some of the social commentary in that show is a bit much, but we got the Black Widow. Black Widow. I found this steelbook at Academy Records, and I'm very happy because I love it. And I did not have this movie with a slipcover, so there we go. Black Widow, man, this movie has actually grown on me too. I really like it. I think it's pretty cool, and I actually really like Taskmaster. It's a shame that Taskmaster is not around anymore, but whatever. Also, this movie has like a great score to it. They really incorporated like the Russian themes into it, and I think it's great. It's a really cool score. We have Loki season 1. A lot of people love this season. Love this season of television. I really love parts of it. I think it starts very slow, but it slowly gets a lot better. I do think that they should have taken things from this and incorporated that into Multiverse Saga, but what do I know? But it's good. It's really good. Next, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This movie has astronomically gone down for me. I really liked it when I first saw it. Upon rewatch, I like it. There's parts of it I really like. I like Shang-Chi as a character, and Simu Liu is great. Finally getting to see him in Doomsday. It's awesome. The Mandarin is fucking awesome. What a great villain. The action sequences that are like hand to hand and practical are easily some of the best in the MCU. And the director of this is directing Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which I think is going to be something special. But the movie is way too long. Way too long. The movie, how long is this movie? It is like insanely long. I remember watching it just being like, Jesus Christ, this movie's long. It's 132 minutes. That's ridiculous. The Trevor parts, garbage. I do not understand for the life of me why this character is back in the MCU. I do not understand why. And the green screen at points is fucking awful. I remember watching this again being like, yo, did the green screen always look that bad? It looks really bad at points. Yeah. But I like it enough. It's pretty cool. I would be interested in seeing the sequel. Oh, Aquafina is fucking terrible in that movie too, by the way. Ah, this is the real one that everyone hates. Eternals. I love this movie. I love this movie right here. Um, I love it. It's so fucking good. The acting is amazing. The storytelling is great. Oh, but it's too long. Oh, it's about nothing, bro. Yeah, a lot of y'all are the reason that we're getting some of the nonsense that we're getting in the MCU right now. Because y'all treated this like it kicked your dog. Now we're getting like 18 Thor Love and Thunders. Thank you for that. We have the first season of Hawkeye. I say the first season because I think that I'm pretty confident we're gonna get a season 2 of this. Hawkeye. I did not like this show when I first watched it, like at all. And it was really irritating me how people were arguing with me about it. They're like, "No, you don't know what you're talking about. This show is amazing." It's just like, shut up. Um, upon rewatch, I appreciated a little bit. I appreciated it a little bit more, but I still don't love this show. I think the villains are horrendous. The way they utilize Elena is fucking. It should be considered a war crime how they utilize her in that movie, in that show, and that was the reason why I was really nervous for them bringing her back. But thankfully, Thunderbolts rectified that. But I really enjoy Clint. I really enjoy Kate Bishop as a character. I love Lucky the dog, the pizza dog. And the action is pretty good. And Kingpin is great in it for all one episode that he's in. But yeah, it's a show. I really wish it was better than it was because there's elements to it that I really like. I really like that it's street level. That's what I really like about it. But I just wish it was better. It's not great to me. Spider-Man No Way Home. Absolutely love this movie. This is a movie that, people try to tell you that it's, you know, awful. I don't care. I love this movie. Got to see it in the theater last year again, for the Spider-Man Day thing that they were doing. Absolutely love this movie. I think it's fucking incredible. The setup is a little messy, but when it gets to it's amazing. This is my favorite Spider-Man movie. Uh, I have these in release order. This one gets kind of janky because I think this show ended right around the time this came out, so I'm just gonna show the first show first. It's whatever. Moon Knight. This is tied with WandaVision for my favorite show. I absolutely love this movie. Show. This show to me was the other show that it did a really good job at the week to week element of it. I remember, think it was the ending of episode 4 when they go and see the hippo at the end, and then I was sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? Like they just ended that episode crazy, and I was like waiting for the next episode. Um, I really like this show a lot. I think it gets way too much hate. Speaking of it gets way too much hate, the next two, but speaking of way too much hate, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I love this movie right here. Um, is the prime reason why I love this movie because it's a horror movie? Oh, fuck you, bet your ass. Yeah. But I love this movie. I think it is awesome. It is the movie, even though I loved her before this movie, made me truly a Scarlet Witch fanatic. I absolutely love that woman to death. But I think it's a badass movie. I think it's awesome. Again, speaking of way too much hate, Thor: Love and Thunder. Oh man, the movie that killed the MCU. No, this is not the movie that it was semi part of it. The movie that killed the MCU comes later. But Thor: Love and Thunder. I really liked this movie when I first saw it. Upon rewatch, I don't like it as much, but I still really like this movie for what it is. Is it kind of a parody of of itself and what's in it? Sure, but to me, I've always thought this movie was a lot of fun. It's an MCU movie that I can kind of just throw on and not hate myself watching it. I really don't get offended watching this movie. It's kind of just, yeah, it's a movie. It's never bothered me. Like people talk about this movie and they get so angry over it. I'm just like, this is the movie y'all get angry over, not another movie we're gonna talk about in like 2 seconds. This is the one you guys get mad at. Like, I don't know what. Fuck me. Shit. The the thing that makes me mad about this movie is that Taika Waititi basically made it to piss people off on purpose. That's what I don't like. But I don't know. I think it's shot amazingly. It's visually incredible to me. Minus some awful CGI parts. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. I love the soundtrack. The score is really good. I like Jane in this movie a lot. I don't like Gore the God Butcher, which is the thing that everyone who hates this movie loves. I don't like Gore the God Butcher at all. But I've always really liked it. It is what it is. I've watched this movie several times, and while I don't like it as much as I did when I first saw it, I I've never understood why people just think it's like the Antichrist of the MCU. Black Panther or Wakanda Forever. This is the Toko Khan steelbook. I should have just gotten the Sherry steelbook because when Best Buy axed all their physical media, it was like $5, and I just didn't buy it. Wakanda Forever, man. What a just fucking incredible movie. You know, a lot of people describe this movie as like, oh, it's a funeral in the MCU, and it was like, yeah, it kind of is. Um, but I love it, man. I do. It is emotional, and it's not a MCU movie that I can watch all the time, but I like it a lot, and I think Nate Namor is a great villain, and the character arc for Shuri in this movie to me. I went into this movie very hesitant because I was like, before this movie, she was a joke. And I'm like, how are you gonna get me invested into her being Black Panther? And they did. They fucking did, man. It's really good. Oh, brother, you want to talk about what killed the MCU? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This this is my Thor: Love and Thunder. This movie, in terms of the MCU, is a fucking abomination. I fucking hate more than everything about this movie. What do I like about this movie? Paul Rudd is good. Paul Rudd is normally always good, so that's not an issue. Kang, Jonathan Majors is great. Jonathan Majors is amazing in this movie. Some of the action is cool. Oh, what's her name? Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas. They're both pretty good in this movie, although they're kind of just phoning it in. But they're pretty good. Yeah, that's where my positives start. This movie, oh my god. Number one, it's just boring. This movie is so fucking boring and miserable to sit through to me. Two, I think Catherine Newton is horrendous in this movie as Cassie. You know, she was really bad, and I don't like the writing for her. I don't like the writing in this movie. Period. The setup to people want to talk about how stupid the setup to No Way Home is. The setup to this movie is astronomically worse. Um, the the CGI and the green screen is embarrassing, embarrassingly bad in this movie. Every fucking shot of green screen, it looks like the actors are just not even there. It looks awful, like fucking awful. And then MODOK, I personally was not offended by MODOK. Um, but just the way Kang goes out, and then we're not even getting Kang anymore. So just this movie is just like, why does this exist anymore? I really wish I've said this before. I really wish they would just come out and say like, yeah, this movie is not canon anymore because, bro, this movie is so fucking bad. It made Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly both retire from acting. Just fucking think about that. I don't want to hear, they retired because no, this was the last movie they ever made in their acting career, and then they retired. This, like, just think about that, bruh. And because this movie bombed, and rightfully so, this movie bombed rightfully so, and because of that, it kind of killed so much of the MCU, and it killed a lot of people's interest in it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Oh, brother. Let's set that comment section on fire. Um, this movie to me has always been underwhelming and mid. It is what it is. Um, there are parts of this movie I love. I love how um I love how it's shot. I think it's shot amazingly. I think the acting is pretty good. The action sequences are great. The volume mix, I mean, it's a volume mix. The awesome mix is fun as always. It's the weakest of the three awesome mixes, but it's still good. Um, the last 40 minutes of the movie is what I wanted from this movie, and all of the Rocket Raccoon stuff is great. But to me, this movie is really boring to me. I don't find it funny at all. I think the humor is honestly awful in this movie. And um it does the thing that, again, like 2 did it, but it didn't necessarily bother me because you still had some interactions here and there. This movie again, for some fucking reason, says, "Yeah, we're going to split up the Guardians." And I hate that. Like, I fucking hate that. The reason I love Guardians of the Galaxy so much is because they are a team. They're together. Like, sure, they did that in Infinity War, but one, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on in Infinity War. But two, they had, they were still together and we saw them a lot too. This movie, splitting Rocket from them was a horrendous ass decision. I don't like it. And that's the reason why for most of the movie I was kind of just like, okay. And I don't like the villain either. I think he's an awful villain, honestly. Um, but when they finally get back together at the end, that's what I'm like, okay, this is what I fucking wanted. But and the ending scene is amazing. The final scene, I love that scene. That's one of my favorite ending scenes to an MCU movie. But it's never done it. It's never done it for me ever. I've watched it 3 times, and all 3 times I'm just like, it's fine. It's fine. I really wish I could see, this top 5 MCU movie that everyone sees with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But I don't. I don't. Crack open a cold beverage here. It's getting a little crazy. Let's look in the chat really quick. We got justice for John Walker. Well, you got that justice in Thunderbolt, so I skipped the Trevor parts, but I do love Shang-Chi. Eternals is amazing. Eternal Supremacy, yes it is. Because it's not bad. Quantumania went down significantly. It's a fucking joke. Yes, it is. Quantumania is insanely bad and all copies should be burned. Yeah. No. 3 in the rules of baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. We got Loki season 2. Oh man. I love this season. This is the season I love. I thought this was great. This was after Moon Knight, this was like the first season of television that they did to where the week to week thing it started again. It felt like, yeah, I'm invested in this again. I thought this was fucking great. I'm a little concerned with the ending because where Loki's story ends, it's like, well, he has to show up again, right? And I don't know how they're gonna handle that, but this was great, and I loved he's not even on the J card or nothing, but Kang, he who Victor Timely in this season, great, good stuff. The Marvels, the other one that everyone is like, oh, it killed the MCU. Oh. I love this movie. I do. I think it is so much fucking fun. This movie, just like The Love and Thunder, I can throw it on and have a good time. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the awful, awful villain in this movie. The villain of this movie, this is my least favorite villain in the MCU. Darban. Garbage. Fucking garbage, bro. One of the worst villains I ever seen for a movie in my life. Um, but pushing that aside, I really like this movie. I think it is a lot of fun, and I just watched it a couple weeks ago. I can always throw it on and have a good time. It's a very casual and breezy hour and 45-minute movie. Goes down. Got Deadpool and Wolverine, one of two steelbooks I have for Deadpool Wolverine. Yes, I got them both. Banger, a lot of fun. It's not perfect. The villains are horrendous, and the story is kind of written in crayon, but it's a lot of fun. I like it. I like it a lot. Captain America: Brave New World. I actually did not hate this one. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. It's a movie that you can clearly tell it was fucked with, and rightfully so, because it is. It is structurally a mess. The villains, the leader, garbage, terrible villain. The his Thunderbolt Ross's little secretary, Ruth, garbage. Hated her. I didn't really like oh god, what is his name? The new Falcon. I don't want to just call him the new Falcon. I forgot his name. But he the first time I watched it, I didn't really like him. The second, as I've watched it a couple more times, it's kind of grown on. He's kind of grown on me, and I am excited to see him come back. So there's that. But I really love Sam in this movie. Yeah, Anthony Mackie, I think he's great. And when this movie ended, I was like, yeah, I definitely need more of him as Captain America. Red Hulk, Harrison Ford was awesome. I loved him in this movie. I actually think that Harrison Ford was better than I thought he was going to be. And it's not to say I thought he was going to be bad. I just thought he was going to, I don't want to say phone it in, but I just think he didn't take the, I thought coming into the movie, he didn't take the movie that seriously, but he definitely did. He was great. Um, and I think this movie is strongest with its character interactions. It's down to earth level scenes. Those are the scenes in this movie that really work for me. I think the Red Hulk fight is great, and all of the VFX money went into that because the Top Gun action sequence is fucking sick too. Because some of the green screen in this movie, whoo, brother, it is rough, brother. Oh, especially at the end when he's trying to calm Hulk down. Oh, no, 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 brother. But I like it. It's okay. It's definitely the weakest MCU movie we got this year. We go from the weakest MCU movie we got this year to, I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's better than the last one. Thunderbolts, or the New Avengers. Um, I love this movie. Great time at the theater. This is one of two MCU movies we got this year that was a absolute fucking banger, and I can't wait to see these guys come back. I love that movie. All right, that's it. We're done with the MCU, man. Uh, Caveman says, "Hey there, everyone! Please hit the like and don't forget to subscribe." Yes, sir. Brave New World is just so frustrating. Yes, it is. The green screen in Brave New World is so bad. It is. It is. But it's not like Quantumania to where like most of it is bad. It's just in certain parts. Because like you look at the Top Gun action sequence and it's filmed fine. So it's just parts of it. The worst villain in the movie had to have been Ben Kingsley. I mean, if you're referring to the Mandarin, I don't agree, but I know how people feel about Iron Man 3. All right. It's time for the DCEU, baby, which cue the trumpet, cue the trumpets and shit, because this universe is dead now. But DCEU, a very frustrating little franchise to say the least. But here we go. Man of Steel. Oh man, I love this movie. Man of Steel, some good shit. Yeah, I love it. We have two copies of Batman versus Superman. This is the regular widescreen 4K, and then this is the IMAX um, Ultimate Edition version of it. I love this movie too. I love it. I love the Zack Snyder trilogy. I do. It's. I don't think it's the end all be all definitive versions of these characters, obviously, but for what it presented, I was really a fan of what Snyder was doing. And that's just like, I'm not one of those. You can't like this. You can like whatever the fuck you want. You cannot like whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I'm just saying, I really like the Snyder stuff. That's just me. We have two copies of Suicide Squad 2016. This is the 4K, and then I found this digipack. It was like $5, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll get that." I think I put my 4K in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I did. This movie, I don't hate this movie. There's parts of it I actually really like, but it's frustrating because people say, oh, excuse me, that like BVS was tampered with, and it was. And obviously we got Justice League. But the thing is, we saw the fixed versions of those movies. We never got to see the original version of this was supposed to be, and I personally would love to see it. That's just me. I'm not saying like I'm losing sleep over it, but if one day David Ayer, which I think he said he like gave up on trying to do it, but if one day David Ayer was like, yeah, like Warner Brothers is gonna give me the money, finish it, I'd be like, yeah, fucking do it. Like, I want to see it. But yeah, I don't hate the movie as it is. I think that the villain is awful. That's not even a question. But I like it. I like it a lot. We got Wonder Woman. Good, very good. I do think it's a little overhyped. There are parts of this movie I absolutely love. This is one of the few times I can say Gal Gadot is pretty good. She's not great, but she's pretty good. Um, the Nomadland action sequence is incredible. The score is great, and I love the way it's shot. But I hate. Oh, Chris Pine is great as Steve Trevor, but I hate Ares. I hate all of that. I think it's awful what they did with him. There's another movie we're going to talk about later to where I'm like, yeah, that's what this should have been. I hate what they do with Ares in this. It's atrocious. And the third act, I do not like it at all. Oh, brother, it looks really bad. Yeah, I've been kind of soured on it, to be honest. We have Justice League. There you go. Justice League. I love this movie. It is great. It is not the most rewatchable thing in the world. And, I don't always have 4 hours to carve out of my life to watch this, but it is the epitome of the word epic. Aquaman. I fucking love this movie, man. This is my shit. If it weren't for another movie in the DCE to come out, this would be my favorite DCU movie. It's not even a question, man. I fucking love this movie. I think it's so cool. Visually, it is amazing. I love Jason Momoa in this movie. Black Manta is fucking awesome. The dynamic between him and Ocean Master is awesome. I even like Amber in this movie. The action sequences are just like so visually stunning. This is one of the best um 4Ks ever, period. And it's also IMAX enhanced, which I appreciate. Um I love this movie, bro. It is so just fucking cool. When it ends, I want to run around the block. I love it. Next, we got Shazam! I kept this because the lenticular slip was really cool. But this is my 4K. I really like Shazam. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. Big, but if it was the DCU. Birds of Prey. Oh man, you want to talk about a movie that's grown on me? I've gone from hating this movie to embracing it, and I actually kind of really like it. This movie, to me, I came to the realization I cannot view this movie as a DC movie. As a DC movie, this movie is awful. It takes so many characters and just fucking destroys them. But as a superhero action movie, it's really good. I think the comedy works. The action is actually really good. I've always thought the action was really good, but the action in this movie is really good. They got the, I don't know if it was the directors or the stunt coordinators or whatever from John Wick to come in and do the action. They fucking killed it. The scene where she breaks into the police department is great. I love that stuff. Um, it's it kind of reminds me of the Marvels to where it's kind of one of those you could just throw it on and watch it. But again, when I start using my DC brain with this movie, that's when I'm kind of like, ugh. But I like it. It has grown on me astronomically. Oh, brother. Wonder Woman 1984. This shit is fucking hot ass. This movie, yo. Oh, brother. This movie is hot ass. Like, it's so bad. I don't even know where to start, bro. Yo. Oh, the last time I watched this movie, I watched it. It was me, AJ, and John, I think. Yo, I could not believe how bad this was. And I liked it the first time I watched it. I watched this movie again. Yo, it is awful. It is fucking awful. The only thing I like in this movie, and I'm so fucking serious, the way it's shot is okay. Chris Pine is still good as Steve Trevor. I personally enjoy the over the top performance of Pedro Pascal in this movie. That's just me. He's bringing something to this fucking movie, and the score by Hans Zimmer is awesome. The statement of, yeah, Hans Zimmer did a Wonder Woman score. It's kind of crazy, but he did it. It was awesome. Um, this movie is fucking awful, man. Gal Gadot is embarrassing in this movie. The writing is just embarrassingly bad. Cheetah is a terrible villain. Whoever fucking thought that Kristen Wiig would be fitting for the, just, oh my god, fucking terrible. Fucking terrible, man. What an embarrassment. That movie got released straight to HBO Max, and that's where it belonged. Garbage. All right. Next, we have my personal favorite DCEU movie, The Suicide Squad. Absolutely love this movie. One of the best theater experiences I ever had. I got to see this at a press screening, and it was just a lot of fun. But I love this movie. It is, I've always said it, this is probably my favorite DC movie that is not any of the Dark Knight trilogy. I love this movie. We have Peacemaker season 1. I very much enjoyed this season. We are getting season 2, I think, in like 2 weeks. If it's not 2 weeks, it's next week. I need to rewatch this, but I really enjoyed this first season. I thought it was cool. This was pretty much the final nail in the coffin for the DCU. Black Adam. Um, I don't hate this movie. I've seen it twice, and both times I felt about the same. I was like, there's things I really like about it, and then there's things that I'm just annoyed by. I think The Rock is pretty good as Black Adam. I think the action sequences are cool. The score is pretty good. I like Aldous Hodge as Hawkman. He's always an actor that I've appreciated. Pierce Brosnan as Doctor Fate. That was a casting I thought was gonna be terrible, and I was like, no, he was fucking great. Um, if they bring Doctor Fate back in the DCU, I'm so hoping that he comes back because that was a great performance. Um, but this movie, it it comes off as Timu Zack Snyder, and that's not. I'm not like a huge Snyder fan, like I am, but I'm not. But um, this movie to me, it just feels like dollar store Zack Snyder. Like there's so much slow motion and just you watch it, you're like, bro, you're not Zack Snyder. Stop trying to be Zack Snyder. Um, and I also don't like how he's a villain in this movie for like 15 minutes and then he's just an anti-hero. No, it's boring. Um and then the third act of this movie, bro, some of the worst CGI I ever seen in my life. It's a movie that I can watch it and not hate myself. But will I, out of all the DCU movies, will I seek out this? No, I won't. And it has such a clout chasing post credit scene. They tried something and it blew up in their face. Good. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I hated this movie when I first saw it, but I was more annoyed with the fact that they showed the entire movie in the trailer, and so when I was watching it, I was kind of just sitting on my hands, like, okay, what am I supposed to be watching here? I could have just stayed home and watched the trailer. But upon rewatch, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun. The villains are very underwhelming, but it's shot very well. Um, and it's fun. I do hate the part the Skittles shit. Fucking terrible. That's embarrassingly bad. But it's a fun one. Oh, brother. The Flash. This is my Ant-Man Quantumania for the DCEU. I hate this movie. I do. I will say the positives. Michael Keaton as Batman was great. Better than he had any right being, and better than I thought he was going to be. I'll tell you that right now. Sasha, what's her face, as Supergirl, for all 2 minutes she was in the movie, was cool. And I think Ezra Miller is fine in the movie. I hate the way this movie shot. I hate the way this movie shot. I hate the way this movie looks. It has some of the worst CGI I ever seen in my fucking life. Um, and the third act of this movie, when they start running back in time, is it's possibly my least favorite superhero third act for a movie that had this much potential. And what I mean is, saying it's my least favorite third act doesn't compare to something like Catwoman or uh, Madam Web. You know, this movie, I don't understand why people glaze it the way they do. People will look you dead in the face and tell you this movie is amazing, minus the bad CGI. The movie is amazing. No, no, the movie is fucking garbage. It's garbage, and I remember just feeling so like I felt like I was in Bizarro World in the theater when it ended and everyone just erupted in applause. I was like, yo, what the fuck did y'all watch? That shit was terrible. I don't know, man. I'm so glad it bombed. I'm sorry. Blue Beetle. I actually really enjoyed this one. This one is a fun one. It's not the most original thing in the world, but it kind of reminds me of the first Iron Man, to where like a lot of it is really good, but like the villain is very weak, and it's not the most original story in the world, but I like it. It's a lot of fun. I do like the culture infusion into this one, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get him back as Blue Beetle, and I hope we do, because he was really good. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Oh, yo, they were, woo. What was this? 2023. Yo, they were testing my fucking patience in 2023. This movie is an abomination. I hate this movie, bro. I can't tell you like a single thing that I like about this movie. I remember watching it and just being like, yo, what is this? Like what the fuck is this, bro? Like this movie went through hell, and you could tell. Like I feel like James Wan did not even want to be there anymore by the time that this movie was coming out. Genuinely, the only positive I have about this movie, Black Manta's suit in this movie looks amazing. It does. Like it really does. Like it is comic accuracy to a T. And I do like Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master again. I think he's pretty good. Other than that, good riddance, bro. Good fucking riddance. All right, and that is it for the DCEU, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look in the chat. Galeno. All right. DCAU. We've been live for an hour and we're only on section 3. Shit. All right. DCAU, the DC Animated Universe. I do not have all of them. I think I'm missing Constantine, City of Demons, and I'm missing Reign of the Superman. Those are the 2 that I'm missing because I don't really like them. So, but I also haven't found them fairly cheap. So the first one we got is the Flashpoint Paradox. This shit is awesome. And it's funny, I just talked about the Flash, and it's embarrassing adaptation of this. This is way better, and it's not even 2 hours long. Son of Batman, the movie that made me both a Damian Wayne fanatic and a Deathstroke fanatic. I really like this one. Justice League War. This one's one of my favorites because I've actually read the comic and it's adapted to a T. And I think that's really cool. But I think it's a really cool one. And I also like that I have most of these with slip covers, because the slip covers are great. Justice League Throne of Atlantis. This movie to me is very underwhelming. And this movie is the lesser version of the Aquaman movie. The DCEU one. I think this is very okay to me. The live action, the DCEU movie did it way better. Batman versus Robin. I remember this one being very underwhelming. I kind of wish that this movie was longer because it does the Court of Owls thing like really rushed. We got a steelbook for Justice League versus Teen Titans. I like this one a lot. I'm just kind of bummed that I have all of them with slipcovers, and then I have this steelbook, especially on the shelf. It looks really stupid, but it's a fire steelbook nonetheless. We have Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. I like this one. This one has a plot twist in it. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's good. It's a good one. We have Justice League Dark. This may sound a little ridiculous, but I am not the biggest fan of the magic stuff in the DC universe. So like when you pair Batman with like Constantine as Zatanna, to me it kind of just throws me off. I don't know why, but I feel that way with this movie and the Constantine movie. I'm just not really that big of a fan of it. And I can't tell you why, but I don't know. It's weird to me. Justice League. Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. I like this one. This one's good. This one's basically a feature length version of that episode from the show where Deathstroke corrupts the Rock girl. Forgot what her name. Tara. Is that her name? No. Yeah, Tara. I like it. It's good. We have, if it'll fucking come out, The Death of Superman. This is a much better animated version of the comic, but it's good. I do not have the Reign of the Superman. One, because I have not found it cheap, and two, because it's awful. But if I found it cheap, I'd buy it. Batman Hush. This movie's garbage. Do not like it. Wonder Woman Bloodlines. This is one that a lot of people say is not great. I actually like it. I thought it was cool. And the last one from the DCAU that I have is Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. A lot of people think that this is like the best one. It's okay to me. I think the issue it has is that this is this is what I was afraid Infinity War was going to be. Now, the thing with this movie is that it has, to a point, some of the same buildup that Infinity War has. So it's not entirely rushed, but the thing is that there are so many characters in that movie. There are so many characters in that movie. And because of that, it just feels like you don't care about them. And then by the end of the movie, 95% of them have just died. And it's just like, okay. But I don't know. It's never been one of my favorites in the DCAU. I think my favorite one still might be Flashpoint Paradox. All right. Next up, we got Spooderman. I think today is Peter Parker's birthday too. So happy birthday to Peter Parker. All right. This one's gonna be short, but I'll talk about the movies individually because they're kind of bundled. So we have the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, the original trilogy. So this is obviously Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3. I love really all three of these. I do. I love all three. I think they're a very fun trilogy to go through, and you know, they kind of set the standard. Even Spider-Man 3 kind of set the standard for how to do comic book movies to me. I really like them. I like them a lot. We got the Tasman movies. I hate both these movies. They're awful. I'm sorry, they're awful. Every time I think about watching these movies, I don't like those movies at all. Let's move this over here. Next, we got, oh, what is that on there? I don't know what that's about. Uh, what the fuck is that? Spider-Man across the into the Spider-Verse. Jesus Christ. I don't know what is there's like something sticky on these protectors. That's why you get protectors, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I really like this movie. I expected really nothing from it when it was coming out, but it was way better than I thought it was going to be. And then we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a great continuation of Into the Spider-Verse. I don't think this is better than Into the Spider-Verse. That's just my personal opinion. Argue with the fucking wall. And hopefully we get Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse before I'm in a nursing home. Will it happen? That's the question. Right. That's the question. All right. X-Men, baby. We got the X-Men. We actually have a lot of X-Men, believe it or not. So, the first thing that I'm going to show, I'll kind of show No, I'll show these together because this is all the movies. So we have all of this is the main core X-Men movies. So this is the original Blu-ray digipack that I had that I kept because I really like the packaging on it. So this is X-Men 1 to Days of no, Apocalypse? Apocalypse, I think. 3 was that Days of Future? No, that's 3. First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse. It's got that little thing in there. Um, and then these are the 4Ks for the two trilogies. And then this is the road cut of Days of Future Past. Um, excuse me. So, X Men. I really like the first one. X Men 2 is a banger. I love X Men 2. X Men 3 to me is very underwhelming and a mess. X Men First Class to me is very mid. I know that is like steaming hot take, but I don't really care for X Men First Class minus like I like the aesthetic of X Men First Class and I love the casting there, but I don't know, it's just kind of there to me. Days of Future Past is incredible, and well, I guess I'll talk about the road cut too. I don't really like the road cut. I think the stuff that's added makes the movie drag, and um, there's like a scene where Beast and Jennifer Lawrence have a sex scene, and it's like the most random shit you ever seen in your life. And then X Men Apocalypse. I love X Men Apocalypse. I love X Men Apocalypse. I've always loved X Men Apocalypse, and I still do. I really like X Men Apocalypse. I think it's fucking awesome. Then we have, excuse me, the Wolverine 2 pack. So we got X Men Origins Wolverine, which is a fucking embarrassment, and then the Wolverine, which I don't know if this comes with the what is it, the Unleashed cut. I think it's on digital. But yeah, I don't like either of these movies. X Men Origins is garbage, but the Wolverine to me is very boring, and I love the aesthetic of that movie. This is my Wolverine movie. We got Logan. This is the 4K. I kept the slipcover. Um, this is like pristine X Men movie right here. I love this movie. Um, I think this is probably like my second favorite Marvel movie. That's not Infinity War. It's good stuff, and I love watching this movie. The black and white version. I love watching that. Really good stuff. We have X Men Dark Phoenix. I absolutely hated this movie when I first saw it. Upon rewatch, it's okay. I think there's parts of it that are really good, and then there's parts of it that are kind of just like Jesus Christ. Um, but it feels like such a Frankenstein mess, especially since this was the last Disney. Oh well, the last Fox X Men movie that they did. It just feels so just like weird. Well, actually, I guess this no, because this one was out under Disney. Um, the New Mutants, man. This movie, oh my brother, this movie is so boring. Yo, oh man, I love this steelbook. The steelbook is great. That is the best thing about this. This movie is so boring. I don't even know where to start, bro. Dusty. It's all dust. All dusty. This movie, it honestly had potential to be like top 5 X Men movie, and they went in and they fucked around with it. This is I would pay massive amounts of money to see the original version of what this movie was supposed to be. And that is it for the X Men. We're gonna move on to the. You know what? Since they're right here, I'll just switch it. Fuck it. The Deadpool movies. I almost didn't even make a banner because it's only three, but whatever. So the Deadpool movies. So we got the first Deadpool. Shout out to AJ. He got me this steelbook. It was like insanely expensive at Book Off, but he got it for me for my birthday that year. Shout out to him. I love this steelbook. I love the first Deadpool movie. It's a great time. We have Deadpool 2 on steelbook. Love this steelbook. I used to think that the second one was better than the first one, but upon rewatch, I think the first one is better. But I do like this one. This one's pretty good. And then we got the Wolverine Deadpool, the Wolverine steelbook for Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, excuse me. All right. Moving on to the Sony verse. The Sony verse. What was the weird outlandish name they had for that universe? It was like the Sony universe of Spider-Man villains. Is that what it was called? It was some fucking nonsense. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, okay. So first we got Venom. I don't like this movie as much as I did when it came out, but I do like this movie. I think it's pretty solid. It like compared to the rest of them, this shit looks like filet mignon. Venom: The Last Dance. This movie is an embarrassment. I yo, I hate this movie, bro. I hate this movie so much. It's not even funny, bro. This is like I don't even count this as a movie, bro. It feels just like so rushed and just all over the place. I hate it. Carnage is terrible in that movie too. And then we have Venom: The Last Dance. I actually really enjoyed this movie, and I was not expecting to, like at all. Um, I like this one. This is easily my favorite Venom movie of the three. I think I like it because like it's not a great movie, but like it embraces the wackiness, and I like that. Like, man, there's two sing-alongs in this movie. Like, come on, you gotta love it. Oh, we're getting into the good stuff here, bro. Morbius. Oh my goodness, Morbius. Oh my goodness, the movie that changed the generation, bro. Let me tell you, movie that it birthed so many memes and just oh man, what what a picture, bro. I love this movie. It's the drizzling shit, but it is so fucking funny, and it's just like, yo, somebody made this, and this isn't even the worst one of the universe. Um, it's so fucking funny. I've seen it so many times. I made sure to show all of my friends this movie. It's so funny. Brother. And now we got a movie so fucking bad it made me physically ill. It literally made me physically ill. The next day after I saw this movie, I was in bed with a stomach virus, puking my guts out. That's how bad this movie was. Madam Web. And for those asking me why do I own it, I did not purchase it. AJ gave it to me because he found it for like $5. This what what even is this, bro? Like what even is this? Like is this even like a real movie at this point? Like it is a movie that is so choppy, so just edited to fuck. It has easily the worst ADR I've ever seen a movie in my life. The main villain of this movie talks, and every single word out of his mouth is like, that's not that man talking. But okay. I do not have Craven. That is the one did not get yet. I do want to have it just to say that I have them all. Craven is not good, but nonetheless. Moving on to the Batman franchises. So there's only two in here, but I didn't want to lump these in with the other ones. So we have the original 80s/90s run of the Batman movie. So we have Batman. Tim Burton directed Batman. I like this one. It's a lot of fun. I think Jack Nicholson is the best part of it, but it's a lot of fun. I really like it. Party man. Batman Returns. I think this is my favorite of these four. I like how weird it is. I love Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. I think Danny DeVito as the Penguin was fucking great. Um, yeah, it's weird, but I like it. Batman Forever. This to me, to a point, to a point. This to me is what I want from the DCU's version of Batman. I want it to be, again, to a point. I want it to have this kind of silliness to it, but also have a seriousness to it. Like, I want it to find this middle ground. And I think if they do it right, it could be really cool. But I like this movie for what it is. It is, at points, a fucking cartoon. But it is what it is. And then we have this gift to mankind, Batman and Robin. Movie so bad that we didn't get another Batman movie for like 20 years. I'm kidding. I don't think it was that long. But it was long. And then we got the Dark Knight trilogy. So we have Batman Begins. This movie, when I've always liked the movie, but it was always viewed to me as the worst one. It's not my favorite, but it has grown on me so much, and it's honestly the one that, like, I like the Dark Knight more, but it's one that, like, I I always want to watch it more than the Dark Knight, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I've had this itch as of late, like, I want to watch Batman Begins. I want to watch Batman Begins. I don't know. It's weird, but I really like it. It's great. Then, of course, we have The Dark Knight, the creme de la creme of DC movies. Um, you know, people have tried to kind of spin the narrative of, it's overhyped and why do people glaze it so much. I absolutely love The Dark Knight. I think it is almost as perfect as a perfect movie you could get to. Um, it's a movie to me that, I get so excited to watch it, and as I'm watching it, I just like, it's like falling in love all over again. I love it. And then you got The Dark Knight Rises, the one that everyone says is terrible. Oh no, it's terrible. I love this movie too. I love it. Oh, Batalia Al Ghul, please shut up. All right, we are nearing the end of this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have been having fun, let me know down below. And if you guys have not already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that said, let's get into everything else. So this is really just the stuff that I've lumped into my comic book section here. Right. So first up we have, let me turn you guys this way. Oh, matter of fact, let me move. There we go. That way I have room. So the first thing is 300. This is Sparta. I like this one. It's I don't know what the word is for why I don't really like connect with it, but I like it. It's good. Next, we have three, count them, three copies of The Batman. Matt Reeves' incredible Batman movie. So we have the 4K slip. I don't really love this slip cover, but I wanted to have them. The slips goes there. Then we have um, shout out to Jason Carr. He got me this box. This is the Walmart box, but I got rid of the Blu-ray because I didn't need four copies of this movie. So I put in. This is the Best Buy Steelbook. I put it in there because it fits. And then this goes over here. And then this is the second steelbook that they put out for the Batman that I got because I love this steelbook. I love this movie. I've always said, in comparison with The Dark Knight is a better movie, but the Batman is a better Batman movie. I love this movie, and I cannot wait for the Batman Part 2. Yeah, this is every collector's favorite part of their collection where they just say Batman, 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 Batman because they own so much Batman shit. The next like 20 things is Batman. So we got uh Batman the Animated Series. I finally finished all of Batman the Animated Series this year, and I loved it. I think it's such a fun little show. I did not finish New Adventures of Batman, but the main show, Batman the Animated Series, I did watch it and I really like it. It's a lot of fun. Batman Beyond. I watched this as a kid, but not in its entirety. I got this because it was fairly cheap, and I wanted to have this since I had Batman the Animated Series. We got Batman Assault on Arkham, the Suicide Squad movie that we should have gotten before we got the Suicide Squad. This is great. It's a great little animated movie. For those watching, let me know if the sound is still good. I know I've moved since we started, so I don't know if the sound's doing good or not. We have The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1 and Part 2. A great double feature of films here. I'm not mad that I don't have like the deluxe edition because I love both slipcovers. If I had found the deluxe edition with a slipcover, then that would have been fine. But there we go. Next, we have Batman Gotham by Gaslight. This is one of the best DC animated movies ever. It's so fucking cool. I love the aesthetic to this movie. This is one of the few Elseworlds movie that I'm like, yeah, this is sick. It's like he's like hunting the Grim Reaper or something. It's crazy. The twist is even crazier, but it's pretty good. We have Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1 and Part 2 steelbooks. Like that. There we go. Very happy that I have these steelbooks. Very happy that they're both purple and shiny. Yeah, it's pretty good. This is easily the best of the Tomorrowverse that they did. Of which these are the only two movies I like in that universe. The rest is awful. Actually, no. There's one more that we'll talk about that I liked. Lego Batman. This is a movie that I used to really like, and upon rewatch, it's just fine. I like this movie up until the third act because in the third act, this movie goes from Lego Batman to Lego Movie 1.5 to where you've got fucking like Sauron and Lord Voldemort showing up. And it's like, where the fuck? What? This is not Lego Movie. Like, this is Lego Batman. Where did this come from? So, I don't know. I remember watching it again. I was like, this is what? What? Okay. Have Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. I like this one. Oh, excuse me. Batman Ninja. This was the anime Batman movie that they did. Well, not two, because they came out with another one. I remember liking it. It's really wacky and over the top, but it kind of bummed me out that I couldn't watch it in Japanese, and it really annoys me about that. But it's like, and I was just talking to AJ about this. The Lord of the Rings movie, the War for Rohirrim, it doesn't have Japanese audio, but it's presented in its anime form. It's like, why would you not give me the option of watching it that way? That's stupid. Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. This one is a fun one. If I watched this movie as a kid, I would have thought it was like the greatest thing I ever seen in my life. Excuse me. It's a lot of fun though. Next we have that. No more Batman. That's it. No more Batman. Next we got Big Hero 6. Yes, I have this in my superheroes because this is based off a Marvel comic for those that don't know. So technically if they wanted to bring this into the MCU, they could. And I remember when that was a rumor. I love this movie. One of the best Disney movies ever. Next we have Daredevil, the 2003 Daredevil. Was it 2003? Yes, 2003. Um, I like this movie. It's not perfect, but I really enjoy watching it. There's like genuinely good things about it, and then there's so bad there's good things about that movie. It's weird. Uh, DC League of Super Pets. I bought this for like $5 at Target. It was on clearance. Um, this movie's better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought this movie was gonna be like really bad. The trailers were awful, but it was okay. I think it gets less funny as the movie goes on, but I didn't mind it. It was okay. I do think they blow their load halfway through though. There's a joke in that movie that is so diabolically funny, and nothing in the movie like reaches that height. Deathstroke Knights and Dragons. This is a good one. I bought it because I love Deathstroke, but it's a good one. I am the law. I am the law. Dread. Great comic. I did not know this had a 3D. This has a Blu-ray 3D in it. Let's see. Well, I'll show you the awesome Steelbook while we're at it, because this shit is awesome. Like that. That shit is awesome. Yeah, I love this movie. It's a great one. It says Blu-ray 3D on it, but that's weird. That's really weird. Okay, now this shit doesn't want to close. Hello? Do you not close? Okay. Be a stingy bitch then. Next, we got the 05 Fantastic Four. Enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Four Stick. Oh boy, here we go. So I rewatched this movie the week of Fantastic Four coming out, right? I hadn't watched it since 2015, so exactly 10 years ago. I hadn't watched it. I will say up front, I do not hate this movie. Now, is the movie like a Frankenstein movie? Yes. Does it feel like the movie goes from letter M to Z in 30 seconds? Yes. When the third act of this movie happens, there's like 15 minutes of the movie left, and it's so fucking jarring. But for everything before they get their powers, and even a little bit afterwards, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's very watchable to me. And nothing in the movie necessarily offends me. I watched the movie and I was like, what could have been? But it doesn't make me angry. And in my honest opinion, I think there are worse movies than this, worse comic book movies than this. That's just my 2 cents about it. I think Catwoman is a worse movie than this. I think Madam Web is a worse movie than this. Like, I would rather watch this over those two. Like, those two to me are like the bottom standard for how bad comic book movies can be. But I don't hate this movie. I don't really understand people giving it like half a star and being like, it's garbage. I'm like, there are things that are messy, but I don't hate it. And that's not necessarily me defending it. It's just kind of like me giving my 2 cents about how I feel about it. So, I don't know. Uh, Flash, savior of the universe. Flash Gordon. This movie is not great. This movie is not great. But this steelbook is cool, even if it's scratched to shit because I don't have this in a protector, but whatever. The coolest thing about the movie is the soundtrack. Obviously. Alright, we got one little stack left. AJ says, I need to watch the original Dread. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. That's just me. Alright. We have the original Guillermo del Toro Hellboy. I like this one. This one's very good. And funny story with the steelbook, when I first got the steelbook, it came dented here, and when I opened it, it completely cracked in half. So that was fun. But yeah, I like this one. It is a good one. We have Joker, the original 2019, directed by Todd Phillips. Joker. I love this movie. And then, I'm trying to move these stacks here. We have Joker Foily Apu. That is what I coined it because this movie is complete dog shit. Talk about a misfire on like so many levels. I think Joaquin Phoenix is really good in it. I think it's shot amazingly, like amazingly. It's shot, and I do appreciate how the movie, this 4K is IMAX enhanced. Please, studios, please keep making IMAX enhanced 4K. That is what we want. Please keep doing it. We're getting a lot of it now. We had Sinners, we got How to Train Your Dragon, and I think they said Final Reckoning is going to have it too. Please keep it going. Please do that for Fantastic Four. Please. I'm fucking begging you. You guys did it for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Do it for that movie. Please. I'm fucking begging you. Anyway, I thought Lady Gaga was fine in the singing roles, but she had no chemistry to me with Joker at all. Joaquin Phoenix, I mean. And the writing to this movie was written in crayon. This was a awfully written movie, and it has such a horrible ending to it. Just disappointing. It's really disappointing that, we had the first amazing one, and now the first movie has baggage. Have Justice Society World War II. This is the other movie in the Tomorrowverse that I really like. I really like this one. Next we have Kingsman. So we have, oh shit, don't fall out. We have the steelbook for the original Kingsman Secret Service. I really like this movie. It's a lot of fun. And then we have the steelbook set for the trilogy. So we have I guess it's in like chronological order, but we have the steelbook for The King's Man. I liked this movie enough but I've never had an urge to go back and rewatch it. Then we have the steelbook for the Secret Service. What do the insides of the steelbook look like? Curious. And then we have the Golden Circle. I'm not a fan of that movie at all. What do the insides of these look like? Oh, they just have the characters on them. That's boring, but okay. Look at me trying to fucking do this shit, bro. You guys see this? Yeah, this is a very boring steelbook set. This came out at the time where I was just buying shit to buy shit because I don't really understand why I have this because I don't love these movies like that. It's a nice set. I like the aesthetic of it, but again, I don't really know why I have it other than like, yeah, I bought it to buy it. Kick Ass. I like this one. It's a little overhyped for me, but I like it. Yeah. I remember when I ordered this, it took like forever to come out, but I got it. I'm looking to see if it says first pressing on it because it's lying to me. No, it doesn't. But it's a nice little steelbook. I kind of salty that they re-released this and it's a better version of it. Like I like the gray color of this, but the slipcover for the new one it takes off their masks. I'm like, that's fucking a dick move, but it is what it is. I do really like the steelbook, and it comes with the cards. I didn't open those yet, but it's cool. I do have to give it a rewatch. I haven't seen it since the first time I watched it, and I wasn't really that big of a fan of it. Oh yeah, baby. Here come the Men in Black. Yes, sir. Men in Black, baby. So we got the first Men in Black, and I have Men in Black in this because, again, Men in Black is based off a Marvel comic. Let me see. Yes. No, it says Malibu Comics, but I know it. I know for a fact it's based off a Marvel comic or something. Either way, it says comic, so we've run it with it. Um, yeah, that's weird because in the credits it says Marvel comic. Anyway, Men in Black. I love the first movie. Men in Black is a banger. Absolutely love it. And then part two is okay. It's very, 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 very silly, but I like it. It's a lot of fun. I still have not seen three or International, which I heard are well. I heard three is okay, but next we got put this back here. Yoga Power Rangers. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yes. So we have the Blu-ray Steelbook that I don't know if I put my 4K in here. Did I? No, I didn't. This is one of my first Steelbooks that I ever owned. I got this when it came out. I love this Steelbook. And then we have the 4K for Power Rangers. Oh man, what could have been? What could have been, man? I love this movie. I do. It's such a fun time, man. And if only it didn't bomb. If only they had released it when it was supposed to. Yeah, not when it was supposed to, but like when 18 other movies weren't coming out. This what could have been. I would have happily taken like 5 Power Rangers movies, but now we'll never get another Power Rangers thing ever again. And it breaks my heart because I love Power Rangers. Next, we have Red. I thought I liked this movie more than I did, but I went and watched it with AJ and I fell asleep on it. I didn't even finish it. Next, we have Scott Pilgrim versus the World, one of the best movies ever. He punched the highlights out of her hair. He got Superman, the original movie. I saw this for the first time this year before Superman came out. I absolutely love it. So great. Next we have Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. I actually just watched this the other night with AJ. It's okay. The for her to act is easily the best part of the movie. The rest of it is your stereotypical DC animated movie. Next, we have the ultimate cut of Watchmen, the complete story. So, um, this has the complete story, like the ultimate cut. It has this animated thingy in there that it integrates that into the director's cut. So the ultimate cut is 200 minutes. So it's like almost it's like 3 hours and 20 minutes, right? Then you got the director's cut, which is 3 hours and 6 minutes. I personally, I'm not a fan of Watchmen. I respect it. There's parts of it that I really like, but I feel like it's just not for me. And I've never read the comic or nothing, so don't shoot me with that. But I just it's not really for me. And that's coming from someone who really likes Zack Snyder. It's just there's things in this movie like the sex scene and the ship. What the fuck? Like, I guess Zack Snyder just does not know how to do sex scenes because there's really bad ones in Rebel Moon too. Um, yeah, I'm not really that big of a fan of Watchmen. That's just me. It's not a bad movie though. It's just one that I'll probably never watch again. And then we got the last thing. Yeah, this is. Oh no, it's not the last thing. We have the 2009 Wonder Woman. This is my favorite Wonder Woman version, a movie right here. This shit is so badass. Ares in this movie is fucking badass. Um, I love this movie. This is what I want the DCU Wonder Woman to be. Badass, ruthless, and just the new 52 in general, bro. Just badass and ruthless, kicking ass and taking names. Love this movie. Absolutely love this movie. Good stuff. And then before I show everything that I haven't seen, I have all my Ninja Turtles physical media in here. This is the popcorn bucket from Mutant Mayhem. This is kind of what I've started doing with my popcorn buckets. So we have the original four Ninja Turtles movies. So we got the first one, which I love. That's a classic. Secret of the Ooze is a lot of fun. It's really goofy, but it's a lot of fun. Three is an abomination, and TMNT to me is a weird one because it's what am I trying to say? It's like it's a movie that you see the potential for what they're trying to do, but right when the movie gets going, it ends. And it's just like what the fuck? Like the movie's not even 90 minutes. It's 87 minutes. And it's just like how are you going to tell like the one thing I do like about it is that it's an animated movie, but it does continue the original franchise, which is kind of cool. So there's that. But yeah. Then we have the live action. Everyone calls them the Michael Bay movies, even though Michael Bay didn't direct them. The 2014 one, this is my favorite Ninja Turtles movie. I actually really like this movie. Shredder in this movie is a fucking beast. And then we have Out of the Shadows, which is fucking awful. This is the epitome of fan service done terribly. And then we have Mutant Mayhem, which I was really not a fan of. I love the animation, but I just remember being very underwhelmed with it. The humor to me was oh man, like TMNT is not a great movie, but the tone and the vibe of that movie is what I wanted with this. And to me, it's like really jokey. The humor is cringy as fuck to me. Like you got the turtles shaking ass and joking about Attack on Titans and shit. It's like that's not no, bro. That's not what I want. Like at all. And people might say, "Oh, it's for kids." Bro, Ninja Turtles has been around for light years, and it was never that jokey. Like, well, not never, but you can do it in a way to where it works. And just to me, that movie did not really work. But the sequel is finally coming out soon. They're gonna do Shredder. Hopefully, they make it more serious. That's just me. And then the last little stuff that I want to show you guys is just the stuff that I have not seen, which is only like 7 things. So we have this little 4-pack thing. I have seen I Am Legend and Blade. I have not seen V for Vendetta or Constantine. We will be doing a watch along for V for Vendetta in November, so I have to watch it soon. I'm just looking. Men in Black 3 and International. I have not seen these yet. The Phantom. I've never seen this movie, but I own it. Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. Have not seen this. I don't know why I'm saying I have not seen it if I just told you guys this all stuff I haven't seen, but I was planning to watch at least 1 and 2, but I didn't get to 2. So I don't know. Get to it eventually. And then the last piece of superhero physical media I have in my collection, and this is another one that I have not seen, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. I know this is based off a comic. Yes, based on the comic book series Valerian and the Loreline. Fuck me, I don't know. Never heard of that in my life. I picked this up because this was like $5 at somewhere. And I was like, oh, it has a slipcover. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I've never seen it. I've always had interest in watching it though, because it's directed by Luc Besson, and I am interested in him as a director. It's just me. But that is going to do it for my superhero physical media collection. I very much enjoy doing this. Like I said, I'm gonna do different streams. So the next one that I want to do is either my horror movies or Steelbooks. I think I'm gonna go horror. I think because like I like the idea of having the specific streams or the themes for the streams. So that's what I might do. So thank you to everyone who was in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed doing it. Quick plug tonight on Nerd Talk. We are back after our little break. And we will be doing a live watch along for Mortal Kombat because we're gonna be doing that watch along as well as the 2021 Mortal Kombat this Wednesday because we're gonna be knocking out some watch alongs because spooky season is coming around and we are not doing fucking Mortal Kombat watch alongs in the middle of October. So that is what we will be doing. So if you guys are ready for that, tune in tonight. I think I have it set for 9 o'clock. I'll make a post in a little bit. If you guys enjoyed this stream, please leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. That is all down below. I do not have a time frame for when I will do the next stream, but I will try not to make it like 6 months because then I'll have more physical media. So I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. Maybe I'll do it next Saturday, because I'll be off. So we'll see. If not next Saturday, maybe next Sunday. Who knows? But yeah, man. If you guys enjoyed this, I hope you guys show up for the next stream that I do, and I will see you on the next one, everybody. Peace.